Welcome into the Nebraska Newcomer Series presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. We're kicking things off with one of the new faces that you'll be seeing playing for Husker women's basketball, Claire Johnson, a transfer from Samford out of Kentucky, but a sophomore guard. Thank you for being here with us. Welcome to Lincoln.
Thank you.
You moved in over the weekend and have been right to it. I know a lot of things going into the first week. How has the first week been for you?
It's been awesome. A little overwhelming just with everything we've had to do, but it's been great.
Well, take us through your decision. You entered the transfer portal. You had a great freshman season at Samford, was a all-conference guard, really scored a bunch of points there at the end of that last season. So take us through your decision to transfer and how you landed on Nebraska.
Yeah, well, I never really saw transferring in my future. It wasn't something I'd planned for. Our coach told us, I think the day before the transfer portal closed, that she was leaving. So that was unexpected, but something we had to think about over the weekend. I think it was Easter weekend. So got to think about it with my parents and just talk about it and decided it was at least good to see what my options would be. So went in the portal, and it was pretty hectic for about 2 weeks. Dealing with that in the midst of finals was a lot, but I mean, in the end, it was definitely worthwhile, but very overwhelming.
So, you know, again, with that kind of process, you don't have a lot of time to think about it. So what were you considering when you were trying to find your next home?
The biggest thing for me is just honestly the people. I want to be around good people that want me to succeed and that are just going to pour into me and people I can pour into. So just the people here are great. That was just instantly what drew me, and I definitely made the right decision.
Had you been to Nebraska before?
Never.
So you came on a visit here?
Yeah.
What did you like about it when you came here? What sold you?
Seems really calm. I didn't really want to be in a huge city, but I mean, you have access to one, which is nice, but it's just a small town feel, but at the same time, it's got pretty much everything you need. So I love that part of it.
And I know I'm biased here, but you talk about the people. There's some great people over there at Husker women's basketball.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. I could tell just from the first time I talked to them on the phone. All the conversations were great, and then getting to meet them on the visit was great. It's such a short time to get to know people, but I mean, I had no doubt in my decision, and I've also talked to a lot of other coaches, and they agreed. Nebraska has great coaches and great people that are here to support, and honestly, even in the first week I've been here, it's been like impressive about how many people are here to help me and how many people have just reached out.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you had a great freshman season. What did you learn your first year playing college basketball that you're taking into the preparations for your second season?
I learned a lot. I mean, the biggest thing was really just how to play without thinking. That was the hardest part for me at first. There's so many little details in college basketball that you probably haven't even thought about before. So just being able to get used to those and play and learn everything, that made things a lot easier. So I understand it's going to be a process at first here and getting to learn the system and the plays and all the little details they teach. So I know it's going to be a process, but it's something I'm up for and ready for.
Coach Williams loves her versatile guards, and I know you're a versatile guard, but describe your game for Husker fans that are getting to know you.
Well, I'm definitely a combo guard is probably what you call it. I can play the point a lot, but also very effective from the wing. I'd say I'm pretty quick, so I like to get out and run in transition and shoot the three, all of that.
Well, that's like to a T what this program does in the system. How exciting is that coming in that it kind of suits your game?
It's awesome. I mean, it's perfect. I could tell from the first day in practice that I was going to fit in great, and even just watching workouts on my visit, it'll be great.
What were the first practices like, getting to know this team?
Well, our first day we did a little bit of skills and then had some scrimmage, and it was great. Energy was great. Communication was a big focus, so it's going to be fun. I love it.
Okay, so take me back to your beginnings when you first start playing basketball. Why hoops? Why did that become the love for you, the sport that you loved?
It's fun, really. I mean, I played basketball ever since probably second or third grade, and I played softball around the same age too, and I played both for a while. Was pretty good at both, but basketball is what I stuck with because it's just a fast game, and you're always doing something, whether you're running or passing or talking or anything. You may not even be in the game, but you're probably still doing something, so I just liked the energy there.
Whether you just arrived in Nebraska or you've called it home for years, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska is here for you. We've been a part of this community for 85 years, helping Cornhuskers, new and native, stay healthy and thrive on and off the field.
So at what point did you realize this is what I want to do? I want to play in college.
I've always been in love with it, so I mean, I knew I didn't want to stop right after high school, and so it's just kind of my nature.
Who or what or how, what do you credit your growth into becoming a D1 level basketball player?
All glory to God, but I've had a lot of people that helped me along the way. My parents have been great. My dad, he always works with me in the gym, so anytime I go shoot, he's always there to go shoot with me, and my mom is always there to teach me leadership and how to be a great leader on and off the court, so they've been great. My brothers have played basketball against them in the driveway all the time, so they're helpful, and then all the coaches. My high school coach was a huge help in this whole transfer process. He was always there. When I was doing finals, he was talking to some coaches for me and just doing some things I couldn't. And then my middle school coach, always open in the gym. So I have great resources and a great network to help me.
Oh, that's awesome. 2 older brothers, huh?
Yeah.
But that instilled some competitiveness in you.
Absolutely.
And some toughness.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. They're both about 22, but I have one biological and then one adopted brother. So he's got a really cool story. We adopted him from China when he was 14, and then last summer we got to go meet his biological family in China. And so his story is pretty awesome, but I've learned things just from that process that'll help me all throughout life on the court. And Grant is my biological brother, and he's taught me a million things not to do and also things to do because they're just both great guys.
Wow, what an incredible story. So what went into that decision for your family?
Well, it was very unexpected, not something we'd planned for. I was probably 10 at the time in 4th grade, and they saw a Facebook post from one of our friends, and they said, well, Grant, Claire, what do you think? There's this guy, he's got about a year or a few months left to be adopted, or else that he can no longer be in the orphanage. And we were like, yeah, let's do it. We had no idea really what that process would have or take, but we were like, let's do it. So it was a challenge, but definitely something that was 100% worth it.
What were some of the things you learned that you'll take with you forever?
Well, I learned how to lead. I mean, that probably doesn't seem like a situation you would learn leadership from, but I mean, it's just, I saw my parents lead in a great way, and so watching them was just really impressive, and there were challenges the whole time, especially early on. I had to learn how to sit back too, so couldn't always be in the way. I had to teach myself some things while my parents were teaching them English and helping them with school, so I became very independent, but I mean, also just learned family and how important it is just to be there for each other.
Wow, what an incredible story, incredible perspective. I love that. But I'm assuming now Nebraska's got some more fans from Kentucky, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've got a lot of people from home that I know will be watching. They watched a lot last year, so I know they'll keep it up.
What did your family think about Nebraska?
They loved it. I mean, the people, you can tell the people are great, and so that's a big thing for them too, and they loved it.
So you were valedictorian, high school graduation.
Yeah.
How important is the schooling part of this being a student athlete thing?
Academics are very important to me. Never made a B, so I'm hoping to keep the streak going, hoping to keep it up. But yeah, I have a really strong work ethic, so I'm going to push myself to the best of my ability, and so hoping to keep those grades up and keep my skills up and everything I can.
Sports analytics, is that right? Okay,
yes.
For those that don't know what that is, what is that?
Okay, well, my dream job is always what I start with. I would love to work in the WNBA. I want to work with statistics and player development and even just game strategies for women's basketball, and so I think that would be really awesome. I'm a big math person, so you really just dive into some statistics, and I haven't even learned a ton about it yet, but love math and love basketball, so combine those two, you get sports analytics.
Wow, glad I am not a math person.
Yeah.
So glad you know me. I do not love math, but why do you love the numbers?
It's just always something that stuck with me. I mean, I like the one specific answer. That's nice. So you know if you're right or wrong. I just like numbers. Easy to work with for me.
So have you always been one that kind of, I guess, more of the sports nerd, I guess, diving into that kind of stuff, the statistics and stuff?
Yeah, so Grant, one of my brothers, he's also very into math. I think he does some business analytics now. And then my dad, very much also into math and analytics. So we always will talk about statistics and things like that. So it's always been around it, so connected to it.
What's your favorite basketball statistic?
There was one in high school, I think, I'm really excited about Huddle being here. But we'd always look at the Huddle statistics, and there was one, I can't remember what it's called, but it measured like the all-around efficiency of everything. So that would probably be my favorite because it measures not just points or not just one statistic, but brings them all together and really tells you the whole story.
Did you know Huddle was here before you got here?
I didn't. I had no idea.
So you're going to go check it out then?
Definitely, yeah.
We've got some contacts if you want to.
Yeah,
a lot of people do around here.
I'm excited about that.
What excites you about going to check that out?
The opportunities, really. I mean, I know I want to do like an internship at some point, and so whenever I get some time, I definitely want to dive into that option.
Wow, that's fascinating. Well, for you getting here and getting acclimated and all of that, what are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish here this summer with this team?
My goals, just really number one, get acclimated. I know summer's big opportunity to just grow relationships and get used to the system. So those are the big things right now. But learning how I can help in any way I can this team. I just want us to be the best that we can, and that requires me to be the best that I can, so whatever that's going to take.
What have you heard about Husker Nation? I've
heard everybody's GBR everywhere, go Big Red, so I've heard it's very supportive, and a lot of people are just here and want to see you succeed. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much. What a great conversation. Look forward to many more coming up in the future, but thanks for spending some time with us here on our Newcomer Series.
Thank you.
Get it, Claire Johnson, the sophomore guard for Husker women's basketball. Thanks for listening and watching. Again, this has been the Newcomer Series presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
With Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska, you get more than coverage. You get confidence. Confidence to chase big goals, try something new, or run through the tunnel in front of 80,000 fans. We've had Nebraska's back for 85 years, and we're just getting started.